Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today we're going to be talking all about the possibilities of what we might be able to expect in an upcoming Nintendo Direct that could happen, I don't know, maybe January? Yes, unless you've been living in a distinctly Joy-Con-shaped hole recently, you may well have heard that there have been numerous rumours going around about a Nintendo Direct happening in January, and it makes so much sense. I mean, we're pretty certain it's going to happen, even though we have no concrete evidence, because we're like that. So we're going to talk about what might be in it. The 3DS may still have a little bit of life left in it, but I think it's fair to say that it's all going to be pretty much entirely about this sucker, the Nintendo Switch. Although this is a bowl. First of all, I think it's pretty clear that we're going to be getting something to do with the Nintendo Switch online infrastructure, because at the moment, we still know basically nothing. We know that it's going to cost around about $20 a year, which is pretty cheap, to be honest, but we don't really know any more than that, other than it's coming in 2018. There was a rumor going around that it was going to be coming in fall 2018 or autumn 2018, depending on your preference. But that was never ratified. It was proved to be basically complete nonsense from the Italian Nintendo online shop, I think. I lose track. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, we don't really know anything about this, and it's supposed to be happening this year. I think originally they said it was going to be happening in January this year, but, you know, we still haven't heard anything, so I'd be surprised if it was this early. I mean, it could still happen, but to sort of jump out and say, now you need to pay, is, you know, that short notice is kind of unfair. One of the things they did say in the original statement, back in goodness knows when it was that we were also going to get a SNES or NES game to download every month and keep on our Nintendo Switch, and it has additional multiplayer stuff. So that's a good segue into talking about Virtual Console, because I hope to see some of that as well. I'm a little bit worried that we won't, but I hope to see it nonetheless. Yeah, I must admit, I genuinely expected Virtual Console to happen long before this, but for some reason, it hasn't, and we're just going to have to deal with it and see how it comes. But I would be quite surprised if we didn't see even a mention of it, even if it's just something like, you know, we're looking at Virtual Console options, we'll be, you know, doing it soon, or something like that. You know, there's going to be at least a mention, surely. I hope. And what about the Virtual Console that is on the tip of everyone's tongue, on everyone's lips? Of course, GameCube Virtual Console. Well, personally, I think we're going to be seeing something. You know, there's been a lot of rumors going around for a long time, but I don't think we're going to get a typical Virtual Console release. I think maybe we're going to get something more like a GameCube Classics range. The main reason for this is that the Switch doesn't really accommodate doing GameCube stuff out of the box, as it were, because it doesn't have the analog triggers, among other various things. So I think maybe we're going to get some slightly reworked and maybe HD widescreen versions of games. So, you know, Super Mario Sunshine and maybe Super Smash Bros. Melee. Well, that's probably not that likely, but, you know, it could happen. Luigi's Mansion, Eternal Darkness, you know, the core games. I think they're going to bring those over and kind of do mini remasters. Mini remasters. Little ones. Kirby and Yoshi. Yeah, we've had these games announced for a while. I think Kirby's actually got a title now. It's like Kirby Star Allies. It will probably get changed in the UK and Europe, as it usually does. For some reason, we always have a different name. I don't know why. There's no doubt going to be some stuff about these games, and no doubt other games that they've announced, like Bayonetta 3 and things like that. Even if it's only a brief mention for Bayonetta 3, because we've had the announcement, so maybe it's just, you know, I don't know, or maybe even just, you know, the original Bayonetta 1 and 2, and then saying, don't forget Bayonetta 3's coming. I can see a lot of teases in this Nintendo Direct coming up, but of course, I'm not Nintendo, so I could be wrong. I'd be surprised if the Yoshi Switch game didn't get a final name in this Direct as well. I mean, it is entirely possible that it won't, but if it's going to be coming out this year and we still don't have a final title for it, it feels a little bit loose, a little bit wobbly, and no doubt we're going to see loads more gameplay and stuff like that, and it'll all be good. But I don't think we'll be getting much more than that. Maybe a release date, but who knows? Indies! Yes, more specifically, Nindies. You know, sort of Nintendo actively supporting and promoting indie games like that we've seen before, like Stardew Valley and SteamWorld Dig 2, SteamWorld Heist, Super Meat Boy, you know, all that good stuff. We've seen it done before, and I imagine they're basically just going to double down on all this again and get even more indie stuff out there, because it's been doing phenomenally. So many indie games have done so well on Nintendo Switch, and I think Nintendo would be bonkers not to do anything about it, so they probably will. I also think, even though it's not Switch related, we're going to be getting some more mobile announcements, because they've been doing really well for Nintendo, and I honestly think they'd be mad to avoid I honestly think they would be mad to ignore it and just, you know, sort of rest on their laurels. No, I'm sure we're going to be getting loads more mobile stuff. Maybe some more announcements about Pokemon Go, although that's not really Nintendo's thing, but it sort of is at the same time. I mean, it's pretty loose, but it's more Pokemon. It's more Pokemon Company. I'd also really, really love to see some Metroid Prime 4, even if it's only just a glimpse of Samus and, you know, sort of even just a little teaser, anything like that. I would just love some reaffirmation. The Metroid Prime 4, the Metroid Prime 4 is coming, and maybe even a rough release date. I don't imagine we'll be getting it this year. That would be wonderful, of course, but I imagine it's probably going to be 2019. Sadly, Metroid can't come soon enough. But at the same time, don't rush it. Don't rush it, Nintendo. Make it good. Lastly, I think we are genuinely going to be seeing some very subtle Smash Bros. Teaser, even if it's so minor and insignificant, not even necessarily a new character reveal or something like that, even if it's just this. Because, I mean, let's be honest, it's an inevitability that Smash is going to come to the Switch. I mean, it's just too perfect a console to not have Smash on it. You know, the ability to slide the Joy-Cons off and just play multiplayer Smash on the go on a little prop-up screen. It's too perfect. It's gonna happen. And there you have it. Those are our predictions for the inevitable January 2018 Nintendo Direct, related primarily to the Switch. But who knows, maybe a bit of mobile and 3DS thrown in there as well. Let us know what you think's gonna happen down there in the comments, because no doubt there'll be more, but these are the safe bets, if you like. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you predict what subscriber count we're gonna get to if you click on that subscribe button, unless you're already subscribed, in which case it would go down. Please don't do that. And be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye. Oh. You know, I think these are the safe bets, if you like. You know, if you want to talk about other things, like a new Animal Crossing game, please happen, then you can do so down there in the comments.